Did you know it's essential for you to change out the soil in your potted plants and also to increase the pot size? Hi, I'm Charlie from Fruit Salad Trees, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to care for your potted fruit salad trees. Okay, so potted fruit trees are slightly different to how they would be in the ground. Because they're in a pot, they can't actually go looking for water or nutrients, so it's important for you to keep replenishing the nutrients. Now, we like to use things like Osmocote slow release, but over time, a lot of the nutrients within the potting mix itself actually become depleted. Now, for example, worms are actually great to have in a garden. They sort of eat the organic matter and they make it more readily available for the trees. However, when they're in the pots, this is a different story. Because the worms actually eat the organic matter, it becomes smaller and smaller as they eat it, and that actually can be leached out of the bottom of the pot. It becomes a very silty, and it actually sort of goes to the bottom, and it can create sort of a waterlogging effect in the bottom of the pot, which if you leave it and don't address it, that can lead to root rot, and you don't want that. That can eventually kill your tree. Okay, so another thing that can contribute to nutrient loss is a lot of rain. We have had quite a bit of rain in the last few years, and these are a few of our trees that they're not growing as well as they could have been. You see, they're a little bit stunted. So really what we should be doing now is actually repotting them to a bigger size pot, because it's likely that they're a bit root bound, or that there might be worms present in the pot, in which case we're going to put them in another pot, increase the pot size and give it fresh nutrients, and hopefully if there's a few worms we'll just get them out as we go along. Okay, so this plant is an alright size, but as you can see the pot's actually damaged, and it's not quite as big as I'd like it to be, which could be because it's been in the pot for quite a while, or it could be a little bit nutrient depleted, as I said, because of all the rain, or possibly there might be some earthworms in the pot which have sort of broken down all the larger particles and then leached away the nutrients through the rain and the irrigation. Anyway, I'm going to take this now and I'm going to repot it into this pot here, and I'll show you how we do that. Okay, so when you repot a fruit salad tree, or any fruit tree for that matter, you don't want to go up in size too quickly. So this pot's maybe 1 to 2 sizes bigger, it's not that much bigger. If you go and put your tree into too big a pot, it actually can lead to root rot, because there's just too much soil in it, and the moisture, when it is wet, has nowhere to go, so the roots actually can rot. And you don't want that, then there's a whole thing you have to treat that. So I'm just going to put the tree on its side and give it a little bit of a massage like this. Okay, so once it's sort of had a massage, it's a bit looser in the pot, we can actually start at the bottom and pull the bag off, like so. Now I've just got this little pot here to collect the soil, and as you can see the roots are okay, there's some nice new growth, but here you can see this is probably from worms. It's actually, the potting mix has sort of been reduced in size, and a lot of it at the bottom is actually quite wet. So by doing this and just sort of teasing the roots out, it'll encourage them to grow when they go into the new pot. Now we don't want to reuse this soil, so we'll get rid of that. Now we've got our fresh pot here. And we'll start off just putting a little bit of soil into the bottom like that. Now this is actually our premium potting mix from our local garden supplier. Now I'm going to take it like so. Place it where I'd like in the pot, whatever direction I'd like, but try and keep it centered like this. Just going to add soil around the sides. Give it a little shake and just sort of push the soil down the side so it's nice and firm, like so. Now I've left a couple of centimeters to be filled. Before I fill it with the rest of the soil, I'm just going to take some Osmocote slow release and just give it a little handful and just sprinkle it around like this. Now I'll give it one last look, maybe center it a little bit more so it's nice and straight. Now we're just going to top it up like this. Now this soil will not only give it more nutrients, but it will be better for drainage, as it has like bark and things like that. So it'll be much better for drainage and less likely for this tree to end up with root rot, which we do not want. There you go. Okay, now that your fruit tree's been repotted, it's important to give it a nice drink of water, just so it's not too stressed out by the transplant process. I'm just going to take this opportunity to give it a little prune. As you can see, there's a little bit of dead wood, and not only that, it's sort of growing inwards, so I'm just going to give that a little trim just to get rid of that. Okay, this tree is going to be a lot happier now. If you'd like to learn more about potted fruit tree care, please contact us here at Fruit Salad Trees, or check out our website, fruitsaladtrees.com.